Welcome to our first iteration of our 5-minute freestyle topic. In a freestyle topic, the goal is to explain a quick but effective topic as efficiently as possible. The speaker at hand is expected to be knowledgeable of what they discuss, even if they're freestyling their information. We have more than 5 guest speakers tonight, who I am grateful to have gotten into contact with. Maybe they might encourage you, the audience, to think of a freestyle topic yourself if you wish to join the stage for future freestyle topic sessions. For today's freestyle topic, we have guest speaker Tepela Torgeskat and his discussion surrounding Zootopia's biodiversity. Say hello, Mr. Torgeskat.
Hello, glad to be here. Thank you for letting me into your podcast along with the 4 others.
Yeah, of course. I've been meaning to get you here for some time. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing absolutely fine. Just enjoying my nice little home here in Cautabanha for my studies.
That's good. Also, apologies for my mic. It hasn't been in the best shape and I'm planning to get it fixed.
No, it's fine. As long as I can hear you, it's good enough for me.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. Do you have everything prepared for the topic or are you going without a presentation?
I didn't have the time to make one, so I'm going without a presentation and just actually freestyling it.
All right. Whenever you're ready, Mr. Torgeskat.
All right, thank you greatly, ma'am. So, Zootopia is known for being the most diverse country in the world, with countries left and right flocking around to it just to see if this city-state lives up to its name. Of all the 258 countries in the world, over 210 of them has visited or immigrated to Zootopia at least once. A pretty shocking 81% of the entire world. This wasn't a fast feat, however. Back then, only 20 countries were known to have visited Zootopia during its more developmental days. It didn't gain its popularity as an immigration hotspot until word of its varying climate-specific districts, climate walls, and all the accommodation benefits rapidly spread across countries hundreds to thousands of miles away from it. But I'm only saying the simplistic version of it. Zootopia has had a pretty complicated history from how it evolved over time. Funnily enough, it was a country that lagged behind everyone at times. Despite it being one of the few countries in the world at the time to be considered a biodiverse nation, it didn't mean mammals were singing praises and getting along with each other. You all know the debate spread across Hindklik about Zootopia being the worst place to live in because of how biodiverse it was. Truth is, such assumptions aren't too far off. I mean, Little Rodentia didn't become recognized as an official district until very recently, just 5 decades ago compared to the other districts being official for hundreds. Even so, Little Rodentia's size feels incredibly small compared to other non-official districts in Zootopia. Nanua, named after the shrew who founded it in the far east portion of the Rainforest District, Helaheel, residing in Sahara Square, and Janatail, just on the lower west side of Tundra Town, though Little Rodentia's competitor districts will be talked about for another time, as the history behind these unofficial districts would probably take half an hour to properly discuss. Going back to what I previously brought up, it wasn't easy being a rodent or any species that were considered salvageable or a disadvantage to the country's booming development hundreds of years ago. And, despite what many would think, it was never predators that committed these acts. It was prey themselves doing this. Otters were incredibly competitive with land, and any otter that became the mare were known for their strict policies and iron-fist ways of continuing the growth, while still finding some way to keep up with the demands of species who had different essential needs. Before you ask, no, otters were not considered predators back then, despite their lengthy history of more predator-adjacent behaviors. So, in terms of that time period, they were considered prey, not predators. Many predators took advantage of their small to average size to call themselves prey instead. It was a damaging tactic that, was effective for a really long time until proper classifications of prey and predator came to fruition. It was less to demean or demoralize, and more so of finding a proper labeling to something many mammals struggled to define themselves. In modern times, a prey just simply means a herbivorous mammal. just like with predators, where the label refers to a carnivorous mammal. Others prefer removing the prey-predator label altogether and just sticking with labeling through the dietary needs, though some proclaim it only worsens that feeling. Throughout my time in Zootopia, I spent weeks gathering data from both foreigners and natives of this city-state, as I wish to see the defining views held from mammals who are not used to Zootopia's history and ways of living, and mammals who are adverse to how this place functions. A lot of the foreigners I interviewed spoke to me about their traditionalist views, how they, despite the honest advancement and changing values between prey and predator, still prefer the usual labeling of it, as it provides a clear separation of herbivorous and carnivorous mammals without the need of its previously offending usages. One interviewer told me how something is only offending if you make it feel offending. Another informed how such labels persisted for hundreds of thousands to millions of years, and how it felt ridiculous to change that because some mammals can't accept the fact they were born into a certain species. Even native Zootopians who were around the interviewer couldn't help but agree. So where am I getting at with this? Do Zootopians truly prefer these labels? Is it the loud minority making issues of these? Well, what I proclaim is not far from the truth. Most mammals see the importance behind the need of prey and predator. We've came a long way from its negative usages, and how it was to describe lesser or stronger species. Then again, those usages weren't prevalent until Zootopia's development. It kept its original usage for a long, long time. And again, in an ironic sense, it was prey mammals who used such labeling against other prey, only to then be used by their predators. I could honestly go on forever about the massive misconceptions of predators and what they did throughout Zootopia's growth. But unfortunately, my 5-minute limit is up, and I'll have to speak about it another time. This was an interesting freestyle topic I know I was a bit everywhere with, but that's okay. It's practice. And hopefully, for my next 5-minute freestyle, it'll be much more cohesive with better flow and structuring.
I think you went over the limit, but I'll give it a pass since I was quite focused on what you talked about.
I knew I was going over the limit myself, but I kept on going since I still had a bit more to say.
It's all good. No mammal brought it up, so I guess we were all enamored. Thank you for your time, Mr. Torgeskat.
Of course.
You did well.
Again, it's a really messy topic since I only had 5 minutes to talk about it, but hopefully I'll get to be more in depth with it in the future.